Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. Alright, so first things first, I have all of the cereal and soy sauce ready to sell, and then I put a couple thousand liters of raisins on there. I put a bunch into the multi-grain production, but the rest I just put on here, because we are producing way more raisins than what we're using in cereal, so I'll just go ahead and sell some since we're taking a full load there anyways. So taking this to the farmer's market. Now once we get back from this, we have 2 fields that need to be sprayed, 1 field that needs to be planted, and I'm hoping after that we can at least get in and get some fields plowed up. I'm thinking we're gonna make 2 separate fields in there. We're not just gonna make 1 large one, just gonna have 2 separate ones. Maybe at some point I want to make 1 large, but the problem with 1 large one is the fact it's 1 large field. Obviously, the problem with multiple smaller fields is the fact that it's smaller fields. So, I'm gonna take what you can get, but I think 2 smaller ones might be the better bet. Because right now, how many fields do we have? Of what? 6 total? And 1's a grass. So yeah, it'd be 6 total. Yeah, and this is a grass field, so we're not constantly in this, but we have to obviously monitor 42 in this field here, the corn field, and then these 3 ones. We have to monitor those and get those done right away. So I think 2 might be the better bet. At the end of the day, we could always just plant the same things in them. It doesn't matter too much. It's just, it might be nicer for those times when we're like, all right, I need a smaller field of this crop or whatever it is. Might be nice for those moments. Especially with like sorghum, maybe. Something like that. Well, let's get this unstrapped. This is going to be a lot of money. As I said, a lot of money. That's what, like 600,000 total? We're doing extremely well financially. I am very much aware, but I will also say we're looking to obviously do some sort of sugar. Obviously, we have sugar beets in the ground right now. So I have the sugar mill to do, and then the harvester. I haven't decided if I'll do the modded one or not. Obviously, if we're doing, for realism's sake, any of them would technically work. This would work for these other crops as well. This is obviously a lot more money, but that's a really small capacity. Like, do we go with the official ones, or do we go with a modded version? I'm not too concerned either way, to be honest. These are smaller headers in this, so that is something to consider, but is that upgrade worth 150,000? Plus, I was considering the corn field. I might be doing green beans in it. Just something different. And most of that decision came off of the fact of us possibly getting the sugar beet harvester that can do multiple different crop types. Because then I can just get a separate header and do the green beans. Otherwise, I'd have to get a separate harvester entirely. Now, off of that, I might be getting like either a small canning production, maybe. I don't think we have any use for the larger one if we only do it 1 time. But if we do 2 smaller fields out there, then maybe we do, you know, multiple, more than once we'll do the canning stuff. That is obviously a fairly, probably maybe on the bigger side of fields I would want to try green beans on, but I mean, it is what it is. I'd be curious, just going off of the fact maybe we'll do green beans more. Would the green bean harvester be wider? No, it's 3.3. Obviously smaller capacity too. I have a feeling what would be best would be to get the header, which is this one, which is 4 meters, which is obviously going to be larger. But then we also have the larger capacity of 45,000 liters in here. So all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, this is getting a lot better the more you think about it. I think that's probably what we'll end up doing is getting that one. And then just get multiple headers. Alright, well, we got 2 fields for spraying. We probably have enough herbicide. I can buy a little bit more, though, I think. 600 liters is not a ton. But if we get 1,000 more liters, that's going to last us quite a bit longer. Let's get this situated in here so I can get it picked up. And I think the way I'll plow out the fields will be, well, this one this way, a field this like this, and then another one that'll be up here. Kind of opposite of how the 51 is. Be the opposite direction. That way I could take this road and just go all the way up. That's kind of my thought. And then you'll turn in, do this field. Because the only time we really go down this path is to either get to this field here or to take the sprayer. And the sprayer could easily take a different route because it's a lot smaller to move versus a harvester or a planter. So that's what my thought process is. And I won't plan out where the sugar mill and stuff will be yet. That'll be something that once it comes time to place it, I'll place it in there. I'm not going to try to plan out where I'm going to put it when I'm plowing the field. I can just do ground landscaping after the fact and place it down. It's going to be a far better idea than trying to plan it out ahead of time. A lot easier, and it's going to be a lot quicker to do the plowing as well. It's not like it's going to take a lot longer to place down a sugar mill just because of that either. I'm hoping we can get this done fairly quick so we can hopefully get the fields plowed up today. That's the ultimate goal at least. Then, because next month we have that big canola harvest, which does take a really long time, so. Yeah, well, I think I'll just go ahead and start a time lapse. I don't think it'll take us too long to get these fields sprayed, so I'll likely do the planting as well, because that wouldn't take very long either. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
All I really wanna know is, will you be mine? And all I really think about is, when will you be mine? Don't you get trapped inside your thoughts, trying so hard to guess the plot? 'Cause when we meet, you'll see the wait was really worth it. I would wait forever, 'cause I got faith, it's just a matter of time. All of the nights without you, I will just keep on waiting for you.
Alright, so we're just about done here with the green bean planting. There's a little bit missed over there I'll get, but yeah, we'll get everything put back in, and then I'll have to obviously grab the, well, JCB here. And get it hooked up to the plow. We can start kind of planing out the fields. I'll probably do the outer edge of it without a time lapse, because that, you know, go out in and out of menus and stuff, trying to make sure you get as much of the piece of land that you own that you can. So we'll be doing that. I'll try to do them. I'll try to make the fields fairly split. I should say that. It's probably not going to be perfect. I know, like this here, I want to say the grass field is slightly wider. Looks like it is. But the cornfield, or was the cornfield, is longer. So it probably kind of makes up for it. It's probably pretty similar. In this case, they're not going to have a different length. They should be about the same. Obviously, the one will eventually be a little bit different, just because of, obviously, like sugar mills and productions and stuff. But it's not going to be a huge thing. Well, I think I'm going to fill this up with diesel while I'm up here, too. See how close do I have to be for this. Now, this is pretty reasonable, but the combine was a little bit off. Yeah. Which, I know I've had weird fueling stuff with the combines in this game. I think it's more so, it's probably more realistic than anything. It's not a problem, I think it's just realistic. That's probably what it is. Get repaired. Because, you know, realistically, where you fill up your fuel on a combine, I want to say is towards the back end. So obviously if I'm filling it up there, that would make sense. Versus a tractor, I'm not sure where this one is. I might be able to see it. Oh, it's probably right there. Yep. See the def and the diesel tank. Be right on the side. Obviously some are in the front, but some are in the back, I'm sure. But combines, I want to say, are towards the back. I might be wrong, too. I might very well be wrong. It is not an area of expertise for me, so... I'll get this out here. We can start working on it. Obviously, the slowest portion is doing the outer edge, as it always is. It's more so just because you want to make sure everything is fairly square and not all over the place. Now this side won't be too bad because, well, we're kind of just matching it with this field for length. And I'd rather get too close to the field than not close enough, because if I get too close I can just, well, fix it later. But if I don't get close enough, I'm gonna have to come back and do it. Otherwise I can just do it in landscape. We're probably a little bit close, but a lot of it's just making that square edge, and it's usually a little bit easiest to do in landscaping. I know in FS22, on I think it was only some maps, you could actually do the plowing texture via the landscaping tools, but wow, I am going way off. I'm going way off course. I know I'd like a wider path than anything, but yeah. If I quickly go to here, and we'll go find the gravel, which is towards the bottom here. Now, firstly, we're going to have to round these edges a little bit. Kind of unfortunately that we're doing it during time when there's a crop in there, but it was going to happen eventually, so. And we'll open this up. Yeah, you can see how tight it is right at the beginning here, and then how much wider it is past here. I think I'm actually going to widen it up. So I'm actually going to take from the portion that we plowed. I kind of like it when the path doesn't like look super like, I don't know, professional. It looks like, I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of like, depending on the size of the farm, I'm sure, a lot of it is the roads are just paths that just always go down. So it's just, the grass is just beaten down basically and that kind of stuff. It's not just like purposely put in there. It's just kind of where they kept going over years and years, and now that's the path, you know? That's what the great grandpa did when he first originally had it, and now that's what they do, 50 years later. It's just kind of how it is. Let's try to obviously get this fairly even. That is the goal, at least. I think we can keep going. It will be, yeah, that would put it right there. So we're going to keep going. Chances are, obviously, one of these fields will be, yeah, this field, I can already see is going to be a little bit bigger. I can already see that, but, all right, let's get this going. Nice part is I made that gravel path actually up there, so it's going to actually make it a little bit easier to kind of see where I'm supposed to line this up at. Now the biggest thing is just to make a somewhat flat edge all the way across, which is obviously easier said than done. It looks to be fairly decent now. It was a little bit rough at the beginning, but it looks to be fairly straight now. I'm not touching any buttons because I'm just like, I don't want to throw it off just a hair. Well, I could have went a little bit farther with that gravel piece. Alright, so now we'll have to do the side right next to the road, and then that whole outer edge will be done. It'll just have to be filled in. The filling it in part is a little bit easier, obviously. You to kind of just, well, fill it in. The outside is always the tough part. Try to obviously create some fairly centered lines in here. Obviously, the biggest thing with this field is going to be learning what the soil map is. It is a little bit concerning, obviously, because we could have bought numerous different pieces of land, and this is what I chose. So did I choose wrong? It's one of those type of things. I could have. I mean, it's kind of just a guessing game. Oh, which one of these? Okay. I'll say one of these kind of tells me where the edge of the piece is. Okay, we can go a little bit farther. Oh, there we go. I guess it kind of tells me to, but it looks like I can go a little bit farther with that piece of gravel road there. Right in here, somewhere in here. I know you really probably can't see that. Especially if you're on mobile, you probably wouldn't be able to see where I was putting the gravel down. It's probably a little bit past our land, it looks like. Yeah, as soon as we get this edge done, though, it is just nice and easy filling in. Even that side by the road is pretty easy because you just kind of follow the road. Makes it easy. That's fairly in line. Probably didn't paint too much to the neighbors. And yeah, I did go a little bit off, but... And there we go. We'll just fill it in, and then I'll do a little bit more landscaping. That'll just be to put the path in between these two. After that, it should be all good to go, and then we can kind of just fill in these two fields pretty quick. I'm not sure if we'll get time to obviously do the lime spreading in these fields next time or not. That's kind of hard to say. We got a huge harvest coming up with the canola, so we'll round this edge and around this edge. And we gotta try to make a path going down here. I screwed up a little bit right there. I'll have to fix that, but I would say that's fairly good. I just noticed a little bit right here that is a little bit kind of sticking out. So we will just quickly open that up. A little bit better. Yeah, obviously we can finish this out nice and quick, and then what I'll do is I'll do the buying the soil map, kind of take a look at what the soil looks like, and well, we'll hope for the best. That's all we really can do, so. Yeah, well, I think I'll just go ahead and start a time lapse for this, so I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
All you really gotta do is keep me on your mind. Just keep me on your mind, yeah. And all we really gotta do is not give up. I would wait forever, 'cause I got faith, it's just a matter of time. All of the nights without you, I will just keep on waiting, waiting for you.
Alright, well, we're just about done here with the second field, or plowing them up. Then obviously we'll get the soil map done. We'll kind of see how things are sitting in that front. Alright, just like that, we are done. We'll get obviously the allow crate fields turned off. That way I don't start creating random fields all over the place and in the yards and everything. I'll get this parked over here on the other side of this, and then I'll get the soil map bought. Let's take a look-see here. I think it's in here. I'm trying to remember how to do. I think you can't be in here to do it. Maybe? I remember it not always coming up, and I don't remember why. Came up on this right away. I remember there being, oh, out of date. Well, I guess I got a reason to purchase this. I think that, isn't that what that means? I just bought it again. All right, well that's a little bit confusing. Obviously, it's not letting me even buy this one now. And I go to buy this one because it says it's out of date, and it's not out of date. Yeah, I think what I'll end up having to do, I'll have to just restart my save or something. It's a little bit funky. So right away, next time we'll have the soil map, hopefully. Yeah, not much I can do, obviously, when it's not letting me buy it. As far as I know, you have to be in this screen to get it to purchase. It's popping up everywhere else, just not here. So, weird. I'll have to probably just restart the save, I'm guessing, and hopefully that kind of gets things fixed, and then this is, yeah. There was an update, I think, to precision farming, but a little bit funky, so obviously I will have to just hopefully restart the game and then it'll fix itself, so, but yeah, that is everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.